August 19th, 2022. I yearned for every annual trip there. The plane would land at 4 a.m., I would emerge and be immediately wrapped in curtains of fog and chaos. Massive crowds shouting names of the recently landed, rose petals thrown across the pavement, amber streetlights toying with the fog and cutting everyone to shadows and limbs, stray cats wandering the airport, birdsong beginning to erupt, heat beginning to erupt as the sun climbed the horizon. The call to prayer buzzes, and the air full of richness, smog, incense, and wetness. Life is not uniform here. The elite, the wealthy, the working class, the beggars, we entangle. That is the standard. It breaks my self-concept of hyper-personalized stress and stagnancy. I'm thrown into the oblivion of a world that is not predictable. My mental space is too full for me to see intricate worries. I'm a bundle of instinct, full of love for humanity, blissfully unimportant in the heterogeneous rush. Importantly, I look the part. My black hair, my dark skin, my clothes. I'm not questioned, I'm overlooked. I revel in this simple sameness. Pakistan has always reverberated in me, literally. It feels distinctly like home. But all this is tinted. I leave the airport to a luxurious family home. I don't drive, our family chauffeur does, and he also loads the car with my bags. I sit in the back seat and watch the trees and the fog and the dusty roads as I doze off to the hum of traffic. I'm greeted by family when I buzz the doorbell at 5 a.m., the door crawling with lizards. I wake up when I please, jet lag infused. I ask the servant girl to make me eggs. I ask the cook to make me pasta. I leave the house in a cloak of wealth, accompanied always by family who know the streets. I attend parties at home. I attend parties out. I attend lush weddings. I socialize with elite guests, elite enough to make space for me due to my family's legacy of wealth and social status. There are always people coming in and out of the house. I teach the servant girls how to read. I play with the cook's daughter. I socialize. I get my hair done, my feet done, my hands done. I mine my grandfather's massive library and read books all day, emerging when I am called to outings, to a restaurant, the clothing store, the cinema, to prayer. I tell my parents I love this place. I'm Pakistani. I want to build a life for myself here. On kind days, they say, you have a romanticized view of Pakistan. You live a luxurious life there. You don't know the streets, the society, the norms, actually. You don't know how hard it would be for you to actually live here. On less kind days, they say, you're not really Pakistani. You just go there for 6 weeks a year. You don't know anything. And people who don't know me in Pakistan come to learn this. I don't stay blended for long. They can smell it on me, my accent, my mannerisms, how overeager my eyes are, perhaps. It just takes longer for me to be recognized as not quite from here than it does in Canada. I try to be Pakistani. I speak Urdu whenever I can, roll my R's, touch up each tune of the language, listen to songs, shows in Urdu. I read about the Pakistani poets, the legacies, about partition. All to no avail, really. In Canada, I'm Pakistani to Pakistanis, until they realize I'm not quite Pakistani, and I become Canadian. No longer is my nostalgia from home considered legitimate. It's something else, a cross between a tourist and identity theft. I'm Canadian to Canadians until I don't fit the norms, and then I become somewhat Pakistani, somewhat Canadian. I'm slotted as they choose, as is convenient for the social setting. When I was younger, I used to say, I am Canadian. Now, I say I'm Pakistani, and I'm no longer in a dual realm at the mercy of a social setting, but distinctly and undeniably other. People keep their distance, expecting something foreign from me. When instead I am familiar, they embrace it. But they give me space. I'm unpredictable. They don't know what to expect. I do as I please. And still, deep within me, there's that feeling. The idea that my nostalgia, my identity, is not legitimate. It's something else. A cross between a tourist and identity theft.